As the first light of dawn gently spills its golden hues across the horizon, the ancient city of Rome begins to awaken from the embrace of night, each shimmering ray of sunlight filtering through time-worn arches and ornate columns. The tranquil atmosphere of a peaceful morning hangs in the air, infused with a sense of promise and potential that resonates through the cobblestone streets and majestic structures of this eternal city. The soft rustling of leaves shakes free the stillness as nature stirs, and the delicate melodies of birdsong weave a serene tapestry, heralding the arrival of a new day for the citizens of Rome. Perched on the banks of the Tiber River, Rome finds itself in a landscape that is as vibrant and fertile as the life that flourishes within it. The river, with its gentle, winding flow, has served as the very lifeblood of the city, nurturing the settlements that have flourished upon its banks since time immemorial. The surrounding hills, gracefully encircling the city, provide shelter and perspective, contributing to both the defenses and the grandeur of a civilization that has continuously adapted and thrived. Among these hills, the 7 hills of Rome rise, each holding its own stories, a testament to the resilience of a people united by purpose and ambition. As the sun climbs higher, casting long shadows on the streets below, the rich tapestry of daily life begins to unfurl. The air, still crisp with the remnants of morning coolness, carries the comforting sense of fresh bread that would soon emerge from bustling bakeries, blended with the faint aroma of herbs and spices from the day's markets yet to spring to life. In the quiet of this early hour, before the bustling vibrancy of the day unfolds, there is a profound stillness, a moment when the beauty of possibility mingles with the whispers of history. The early risers of Rome, those whose livelihoods depend on the light of day, begin to open shop, their voices rising in soft conversation, mingling with the gentle sounds of bustling activity. The cobbled streets start to bear witness to the footsteps of citizens returning to their daily rituals. Each footfall is imbued with purpose, a desire to thrive within the fabric of a society steeped in culture and tradition. As the city stirs, the soft hues of the dawn gradually give way to a spectrum of glimmering light that brings vivid colors to the terracotta tiles and marble facades, showcasing the artistry of artisans and craftsmen who have poured their skill into the city's very bones. In this tranquil morning, the heart of the Roman Republic beats with quiet determination, reflecting a time of unparalleled peace known as the Pax Romana, a period during which the empire flourished, stability prevailed, and citizens lived relatively free from the fears of outside conflict. This precious serenity is both a cause for celebration and a reminder of the dedication of generations who have labored to nurture this bountiful land, crafting an environment where ideas could blossom and democracy could take root. The legacy of those who have come before is crafted into the pathways that wind between temples, forum, and home alike, imbuing the very essence of the earth with their dreams and aspirations. As the first rays of warm sunlight caress the monumental edifice of the Forum, an arena where politics and civics merge, there lies a palpable energy in the air, one that speaks of discourse, debate, and community. The Forum, surrounded by pillars that seem to stand as sentinels of time, is more than mere architecture. It represents the pulse of Roman life, where every gathering, every spoken word, becomes part of a larger tapestry that weaves together the hopes and concerns of the population. Here, in the quiet of the morning, one can almost envision senators raising their voices in passionate debate, their words woven into the fabric of history, shaping the future of this extraordinary civilization. Even as the gentle breezes rustle through the streets, carrying with them the promise of a day filled with activity and commerce, there exists a quiet reverence for the rituals that have shaped the lives of the Romans. Families gather around simple tables, sharing meals prepared with care, breaking the fast in a harmonious union that honors their heritage. Such connections deepen the bonds of community, reflecting the ancient understanding that strength lies not only in numbers but within the intimate ties that bind families together, echoing through generations. As the sun inches higher, the hum of activity grows more pronounced, yet the essence of morning lingers like a sweet refrain. The marketplaces begin to fill with life, stalls brimming with vibrant fruits and vegetables, fragrant wares, and treasures of craftsmanship, all awaiting the eager hands of buyers and sellers alike. Yet even in the bustling interactions of trade, there exists a serenity, a reminder that for all their endeavors, the citizens of Rome find solace in this shared experience, the act of coming together, exchanging not just goods but stories, laughter, and camaraderie. Just to the south, the Circus Maximus looms, an echo of games long past, the colossal arena serving as a testament to a culture rich in competition and entertainment. But in these first moments of the day, as the sunlight bathes the stones that bore witness to grand chariot races and jubilant crowds, one can imagine a quieter time, where anticipation holds firm in the hearts of those who yearn for camaraderie, pleasure, and joy. The sweet promise of the roar of the crowd, of horses galloping across the sandy expanse, coexists with the calm that envelops the morning, a gentle reminder that beneath the glory lies the tranquility of a morning yet to unfold. As dawn transforms into day, the rustling leaves and thriving gardens contribute to a sense of serenity that permeates this iconic city. The greenery framing public spaces serves as a living contrast to the grandeur of stone. Here, in the juxtaposition of nature and human artistry, one finds a reflection of the ideals at the heart of Roman life, the balance between civilization and the natural world, between ambition and peace. And in this peaceful setting, citizens nurture their relationships with both the land and each other, embodying the very principles of harmony that have guided them through years of challenges. Indeed, there is a certain grace to be found in the morning light that spills over the rooftops and illuminates the exquisite mosaics still glistening with dew, mirroring the essence of life under the vast expanse of the Roman sky. And as the warmth of the sun penetrates deeper, so too does the energy of the day. The harmonious rhythm of daily existence unfurls, a reflection of a society that, even in its moments of quietude, reverberates with the pulse of its varied voices, all unique yet harmoniously woven into the fabric of this great city. In this deeply woven tapestry of human experience, the city stands resilient, quietly enduring, every stone, every narrow street, and every column echoing with the spirits of those who have lived, loved, and longed for a brighter day. Here in the sacred stillness, the essence of ancient Rome radiates, reminding all who wander its paths that amid the whispers of time and the calm of the morning, there exists a profound and poignant beauty, one that is quietly everlasting. The foundation stones of ancient Rome lie deeply embedded not just in the soil, but within the stories of its people, the indomitable spirit of a civilization that has etched its mark upon the annals of history. On this gentle morning, as the dew glistens on the manicured garden beds that flank the well-trodden roads, it becomes evident that geography has played a vital role in shaping Roman life. The terrain is a harmonious mix of lush hills, fertile plains, and the vital waters of the Tiber River, all fostering a community that thrives on the bounty of its surroundings, replete with an abundance of natural resources that would provide sustenance and strength. The very positioning of Rome at the confluence of the hills known collectively as the Seven Hills bestows upon it a strategic advantage. These hills, Palatine, Aventine, Capitoline, Viminal, Quirinal, Esquiline, and Caelian, each steeped in legend and significance, create a natural fortress against would-be invaders. As the sun begins to bathe the landscape in soft light, the hills illustrate an enduring narrative, one that whispers of origins, rumors of Romulus and Remus, the twin brother legends whose ceaseless conflict colored the founding tales and mythical beginnings of this mighty city. Indeed, within this setting, the Tiber winds its way with serene purpose, serving not merely as a boundary, but as a vital artery for trade and culture that would unite disparate lands. Its banks thrumming with life, offering shade in verdant groves and providing fertile ground where crops flourish, the river not only nourished the land but allowed it to grow into a center of commerce, exploration, and creativity. It carries with it the tales of countless souls who have depended on its flow, infusing the air with stories of livelihoods that flourish in conjunction with the water, fishermen casting their nets, farmers tending their plots, and artisans transporting their wares to the bustling forum. The agricultural practices of ancient Rome are worth reflecting upon, as they form the backbone of the community, weaving together the lives of farmers and merchants. The early Romanans, with their knowledge of farming passed down through generations, recognized the value of sowing and reaping as not merely a means of survival, but as an art. They cultivate grains such as wheat, barley, and oats. In the gentle sunlight of this morning, one can visualize the fields stretching beyond the city limits, their golden waves swaying gently in the breeze, echoing the rhythm of labor and love that nourishes both body and spirit. The harmony found in the cycles of nature, planting, growing, and harvesting, mirrors the very heartbeat of the Roman ethos, instilling a sense of unity with the land and community. In the rhythms of day-to-day life, we find the significance of social structures, where every class has its place and purpose. This society is embroiled in the delicate balance between the patricians, the nobility ruling with authority and wealth, and the plebeians, the common folk whose labor and tenacity form the backbone of daily existence. The distinction between these classes influences everything from the bustling marketplace to the quiet of family gatherings at home. Families of differing social standing, though diverse in means and access to power, share warm moments over simple meals, bread, cheese, and wine as they come together within their humble abodes, thereby preserving the bonds that unite them, transcending the divisions enriched by class. As the gentle sounds of morning, laughter, bartering, and the distant chime of temple bells drift through the trees, one can almost picture how the early Romans gathered to celebrate both religious and civic rituals. The sacred rites, woven with threads of devotion, play a pivotal role in the hearts of this society. Morning offerings are made to the gods, each prayer a heartfelt wish for prosperity and peace. The air thickens with fragrant incense, curling into the sky as hands raised in homage reinforce the interconnection between human experience and divine favor. Amidst the sprawling expanse of homes, workshops, and open-air markets, the architecture tells its own story, a tale of ingenuity and artistry, constructing not simply for aesthetics but for utility and community engagement. The famed roads radiating from Rome, meticulously paved and constructed, will eventually lend themselves to the movement of soldiers, traders, and citizens alike, becoming a lifeline for connection and expansion within the empire. These arteries of transport symbolize both the strength and aspirations of a civilization that values unity and seeks to share its bounty with neighboring lands. In the coolness of the lightning sky, one senses the bustling energy on the horizon, a precursor to the day. Already, vendors are arranging their goods in carefully crafted displays, colors merging within the stalls as they invite shoppers to partake in this symphony of flavors. The rich scents of olives, figs, chickpeas, and cheeses accompany the laughter and spirited negotiations amongst neighbors, imbuing the air with a delightful vibrancy. This marketplace, alive with activity, serves not just as a hub for commerce, but as a vibrant center for community life where stories are exchanged alongside goods and relationships fostered amid the alchemy of trade. Just beyond the hum of the bustling forum lies a world rich in artistic achievement and cultural homage. Statues, fountains, and mosaics embody the spirit of a society that revels in aesthetic expression and philosophical inquiry. The art seems to breathe along with the city, a reflection of the heart of its people, evoking stories of the gods, celebrating history, and mirroring the ideals of harmony and balance that are inherent in ancient Roman culture. The interplay of these creative expressions informs and enlivens the daily routines, offering each citizen a connection to their past, while embedding purpose, beauty, and contemplation into the very foundation of their lives. As the sun rises high and bathes the landscape in a warm embrace, it is impossible not to sense the beautiful duality of life in ancient Rome, a society marked by its ambition, tempered by a profound respect for the traditions and relationships that hold it together. In this coexistence of progress and preservation, of labor and leisure, a peace emerges from the shared commitment to community, a reality that invites wanderers and dreamers to find common ground. There is indeed a special magic to be found in the morning air enveloping this vibrant city, a whisper of timelessness, affirming that while the world flourishes around them, the Romans remain part of a larger story, weaving their intentions and hopes into the fabric of history. This moment, this peaceful dawn, reflects not only the awakening of Rome, but serves as a gentle reminder that the essence of this great civilization thrives through understanding, resilience, and the unrivaled spirit of those who truly call it home. So within the embrace of these hills and the rhythm of the Tiber's flow, there lies an intricate and sublime experience awaiting those who tread upon this sacred ground, a peering into the depths of a world that has shaped the contours of human history and will forever echo in the minds and hearts of generations yet to come. Here, amidst the intertwining paths of memory and culture, we find an enduring legacy of ancient Rome that resonates through the simplicity of a peaceful morning, inviting reflection upon the beauty of existence itself. As the soft light of the early morning filters through the crevices of the ancient structures, the waking city of Rome begins to stir, embracing the promise of a new day. The gentle breeze, caressed by the warmth of the rising sun, carries with it the sense of baked bread, sweet fruits, and fresh herbs, wafting lazily through the narrow alleyways lined with simple homes and bustling workshops. Each aspect of this awakening world is infused with a sense of purpose, underscoring the everyday lives of its inhabitants whose routines, though commonplace, reflect the enduring spirit of a civilization that stands the test of time. Among the first to greet the day are the bakers, traditionally early risers who have long understood that the journey of bread begins in the stillness of pre-dawn hours. Their hands, worn yet skilled, knead the dough with an almost reverent touch, coaxing life into ingredients that, when combined, will nourish the bodies of many. The warm, yeasty aroma drifts like a comforting blanket into the streets, inviting passers-by and becoming an integral part of the morning ritual for families who will gather to share meals together. Bread is not just sustenance in Rome, it is a symbol of community, forged through the alchemical mixing of flour and water, warmed by the fire's embrace in the domed ovens. As the day unfolds, the marketplace begins to thrive with life, taking shape in the heart of the city. Vendors arrive to set up stalls filled with an array of goods, vibrant and varied. Fresh fish caught from the Tiber, fruits plucked from orchards, and locally produced goods are laid out with great care, each offering a unique reflection of the local landscape. It is here that the plebeians, the backbone of Roman society, come into their own, engaging in lively negotiations, exchanging news and sharing laughter, their voices tinged with excitement as they barter for the freshest supplies. Children weave among the market stalls, their laughter intertwining with the chatter of adults, reflecting a carefree joy that springs from the innocence of youth. Their day begins with the anticipation of treats, with vendor offerings of sweet honey cakes, figs, and dates lighting up their eyes in delight. The simple pleasures found in shared moments, a stolen taste of ripe fruit, a playful scuffle between siblings, form the timeless bonding threads that knit families and friends ever closer in the tapestry of daily life. As layers of activity envelop the city, the fulcrum of the Roman experience remains deeply rooted in its family life, which reflects a distinct blend of traditions, responsibilities, and affectionate connections. Seasons dictate not only harvests, but also the rhythms of familial duties. Fathers gather their children near enough to hear the wisdom of mentorship spoken in gentle tones, crafting lessons within the realms of farming, trade, and craftsmanship. Mothers, embodiments of nurturing spirits, oversee the kitchen with grace, tending to their family's sustenance while amidst the soft cacophony of bustling life. Children learn not only the tasks required of them but also the shared values and customs, enriching their understanding of what it means to belong. Religion, interwoven with daily routine, permeates the air with a sacred weight, guiding the actions and aspirations of the people. Romans dedicate time to honor their deities, seeking their favor through offerings brought to the household shrines, lares and penates. Each home resonates with the whispers of prayers uttered for prosperity and solace, a testament to the belief that the divine presence is inextricably linked to their everyday lives. The frescoed walls adorned with images of gods reflect their devotion, creating a sacred space within which families find reassurance and connection to ancestral traditions. Festivals punctuate the calendar year, filled with jubilant celebrations, processions, and communal feasting that strengthen ties both within households and across the wider community. The arts flourish alongside these themes of family and spirituality. A deep respect for the beauty found in crafted goods, literature, and performance emerges as an integral part of public life in Rome. As the sun travels through the sky, talented artisans can be found laboring over intricate sculptures and paintings, their creative processes steeped in the values of aesthetics and philosophy. Workshops come alive with the sounds of chisels striking stone, brushes dancing over vivid canvases, and young apprentices absorbing the wisdom passed down through generations. This is where artists produce works that reflect prevailing beliefs and societal ideals, sustaining the connection to their history while simultaneously inviting contemplation and ennoblement. As one meanders through the streets, the rich symphony of life becomes evident, woven with the architectural marvels that signify both opulence and utility. Colonnades of temples adorned with majestic statues cast shadows over the bustling activities below, their bases falling into conversations with passers-by. In the spaces nestled between grand structures, simple homes and busy taverns invite the weary to pause while still maintaining a sense of community. The elegance of Roman architecture serves not only to dazzle the eye, but also to foster interaction and engagement, with open areas like the Forum drawing people together from different walks of life. Places of gathering spawn discussions of philosophy and politics, where citizens may voice their opinions, lending a hand to the democratic ideals that flourish in the heart of the Republic. The rhythms of daily life harmonize with the aspirations of the people, who navigate the nuances of class structures, as the patricians lend their influence while the plebeians contribute vital strength to the lifeblood of the city. Transitioning from the vitality of the marketplace to the sacred spaces that command reverence, one can sense how the relationship of the city with nature mirrors the gentle balance seen in the lives of its inhabitants. Rows of olive trees sway in the soft breeze, their leaves glistening with morning dew. Their fruit signifies abundance amidst the virtues of hard work. Vineyards stretch across the hills, producing the beloved wine that warms the hearts of many during communal meals and rituals. The earth, rich and nurturing, provides both sustenance and beauty, offering concrete connections between the natural world, the divine, and the lives led by the people of Rome. As the sun rises higher in a clear sky, the shimmering surface of the Tiber invites introspection as ripples merge, each carrying stories within their depths. Shared moments spent alongside the riverside, resting on the cool stones, connect individuals in peace, allowing the vagaries of life to momentarily dissolve in the embrace of serenity. Couples whisper sweet words, children craft boats to send drifting downstream, and philosophers take solace in the gentle sounds of flowing water, each seeking their sanctuary as the sun casts playful patterns on the river's surface. In this tranquil morning tableau, one discerns not only a glimpse into the daily life of ancient Romans, but also the overarching themes that bind the community, a tapestry of family, tradition, creativity, and connection to both the land and the divine. Here, in the heart of a burgeoning empire, under the watchful gaze of the hills and amidst the lull of the Tiber, lays a reflection that resonates deeply within the collective soul of its people. echoing through the corridors of time as the gentle heartbeat of a vibrant civilization pulsates with life. Walking through the streets of this remarkable place, surrounded by the simple yet profound elements of existence, one cannot help but appreciate the beauty entire worlds wherein every dawn heralds new beginnings, threaded together in the soft embrace of a peaceful morning in ancient Rome. As the golden rays of the sun rise higher in the sky, illuminating the timeless edifices dotting the landscape, the peaceful routines of the morning in ancient Rome offer a sharp contrast to the complexities that define its political landscape. Beneath this serene facade, the city is undergoing profound transformations shaped by the ambitions, aspirations, and tensions inherent in its society. The mechanisms of power, privilege, and the gradual evolution from monarchy to republic weave a narrative filled with significant historical figures and movements, the effects of which are felt even in the humblest corners of the city. This journey towards a more complex societal structure finds its roots embedded in a myriad of influences and events that unfolded over the centuries. The overthrow of Tarquin the Proud, the last king of Rome, in 509 BCE set in motion a series of changes that would transform the political landscape of the fledgling city-state. Driven by a growing sense of civic duty and the pursuit of governance that would reflect the will of the people, the establishment of the Roman Republic heralded a shift from royal decree to collective decision-making. This new system, governed by elected officials, laid the groundwork for what would become a powerful framework for governance, influencing not only Rome but also generations to follow. As citizens gather in the forum, their voices each carry the weight of the responsibility that accompanies community participation. Here, among the grand pillars and sculptures dedicated to revered figures, political discourse flourishes. Debates on laws, citizenship, and rights define the essence of this republic. The role of the Senate, composed predominantly of patricians, underscores the complex relationship between wealth and power in Roman society. The patricians, noble families whose lineage traced back to the foundations of Rome, wield significant influence through their legal and military control. In contrast, the plebeians, the common people, find themselves striving for recognition and representation amidst this aristocratic dominance. The growing tension between these two classes becomes palpable, exemplified by the struggle of the orders, a movement that reflects the deepening divide between wealth and commonality. Through a series of protests and negotiations, the plebeians advanced their demands for greater rights and political representation, culminating in the establishment of the office of the tribune, a position that granted them a voice in the political realm. This moment signifies not only a recognition of their demands, but also an acknowledgement of their essential role within the fabric of Roman society. Amidst this transformative political backdrop, the cultural life of Rome flourishes, a testament to its expansion and increasing complexity. The incorporation of diverse peoples and ideas through conquest and colonization fosters an environment where creativity blooms. Artists, poets, and playwrights become the chroniclers of this evolving civilization, weaving tales that resonate with the spirit of the people. The influx of Greek culture has a profound impact. The adoption of classical ideals in philosophy, literature, and the arts marks an era of synthesis that enriches Roman identity. The whispers of the past, echoing through marble statues and painted frescoes, celebrate triumphs and tragedies alike, offering those who traverse the city both inspiration and reflection. With this cultural renaissance taking place, the interplay of politics and society continues to evolve, as one observes the impact of military campaigns on the Roman psyche. The Punic Wars, a series of conflicts against Carthage, stand as defining moments in the expansion of Roman territory, reshaping the dynamics of power within the Republic. Driven by a desire for control over trade routes and resources crucial to sustaining their growing population, the Romans find themselves embroiled in brutal battles that test their very mettle. The victories at places like Cannae and Zama not only expand the Republic's influence but also bring forth other challenges: domestic unrest, economic strain, and a population grappling with the realities and risks of imperial ambition. As the sun deepens the hues of day, the tension within society escalates further, igniting debates over military allegiance and civil responsibilities. Figures like Quintus Fabius Maximus and Scipio Africanus arise as strategists and leaders of their time, celebrated on the battlefield yet caught in the crosshairs of a political landscape rife with intrigue. The complexities of loyalty and ambition begin to sow the seeds of strife within the Roman community, introducing rivalries that challenge the very foundations of their collective identity. Friends can become foes, and alliances shift like the tides, driving wedges between those who once stood united. Yet even against this backdrop of conflict, there exists a longing for stability and order, ushering in the reforms of individuals such as the Gracchi brothers in the 2nd century BCE. Tiberius and Gaius Gracchus, driven by a desire to address social inequities, emerge as champions for the plebeians, striving to implement land reforms that would redistribute public land to the disadvantaged. Their tragic fates, marked by violence and backlash, illuminate the perilous path paved by political aspiration. Their legacy, however, emerges as a flickering flame in the hearts of their supporters and a catalyst for future generations, igniting dialogues of social justice and reform in an increasingly polarized society where the bid for control mirrors the struggle for voice. As history unfolds, the rise of influential leaders capable of swaying the masses also begins to take root within the political soil of Rome. Figures such as Julius Caesar, whose ambition crystallizes in military conquests and populist reforms, emerge as colossal forces in the narrative of growth and transformation. His journey from celebrated general to dictator epitomizes the tension between the will of the people and individual authority, serving as a cautionary tale of power's corruptive influence. In the eyes of many, he becomes a benevolent leader championing the common good, yet others view his ascendancy as a threat to the republic, a harbinger of monarchy cloaked in the guise of popularity. In the pulse of the marketplace and the whispers of the forum, one can sense both excitement and unease as citizens navigate the ever-changing tides of power and aspiration. Public sentiment oscillates, sometimes favoring the champions of the plebeians and at other times aligning with the established wealth and traditions of the patricians. The momentum created by these figures, be it through military might or social reform, reflects the evolving identity of Rome, wherein the bonds of community are both tested and strengthened amid a landscape marked by rapid evolution. Meanwhile, the earthy realities of daily life persist, as the people of Rome adapt to the shifting currents of their political environment. The morning light continues to cradle essential moments in communal existence, reminding each citizen of the delicate interplay between their quiet, intimate lives and the thunderous resonance of history. Families finding balance amidst their changing fortunes echo the broader themes of resilience and adaptability evidenced throughout Roman history. As the day rolls on, the tranquil landscape bears witness to the ebb and flow of human ambition, creation, and discord, a peaceful morning in a city standing on the brink of profound change. Here in this cradle of civilization, the hum of collective existence intertwines with moments of greatness and folly, echoing in the age-old stones beneath the feet of its people, whose lives are woven into the grand narrative of ancient Rome. As the gentle warmth of the morning sun blossoms over the horizon, a city steeped in history continues to pulse with the legacy of its illustrious past. Rome, with its sprawling streets and bustling public squares, echoes with the ambitions and dreams of its inhabitants who navigate the very complexities of their existence in a realm caught between the grandeur of empire and the struggles of daily life. This delicate balance of power and responsibility, once symbolized by the statues and triumphal arches now glistening in the dawn light, reflects the monumental transformations woven into the fabric of Roman society. The memories of past wars and internal strife remain vivid, ever shaping the collective consciousness of a citizenry aware of the tenuous line between prosperity and peril. The Punic Wars, for instance, not only marked Rome's ascendancy as a formidable military power, but also ushered in a lasting legacy of challenges that would ultimately come to test the resilience of its people. As the sun rises, illuminating the sprawling forum where citizens of every station gather, one can almost hear the echoes of passionate discussions on the road from war to peace, burdened with the weight of their experiences. In these communal spaces, one feels the pulse of Rome, fragments of dialogue melding into the harmony of voices, discussions on topics that are both pressing and timeless, legislation that will improve the lives of the common folk, the rights of the plebeians versus the dogged influence of patricians, and the notion of citizenship that hangs like an ethereal question mark over the populace. Amidst such conversations, the spectre of a future filled with both promise and uncertainty looms, as ambitious figures vie for the favor of the people, often placing their personal aspirations above the collective good. Among them, Julius Caesar stands out as an elemental force, whose captivating presence weaves through the very core of Roman life. His military prowess, epitomized by astounding conquests, alongside his ability to galvanize the masses, establishes him as a populist icon while simultaneously inviting suspicion among the traditional elite. From his ascent in the political sphere emerges a narrative that resonates deeply within the hearts of both soldiers on distant battlefields and common citizens who seek representation and respect in an evolving society. In this morning light, it becomes a bit easier to grasp the duality of Caesar's vision, his life's ambition embodied in the tension between the stability of the Republic and the emergence of a singular leadership, one that stirs the pot of civil discord. As one sits quietly watching the morning unfold, the world around them transforms with the passage of time, marking the transition from relative harmony into a phase of profound societal fracture. The Ides of March, a date that would echo through history, heralds the day when ambition collides with betrayal. The assassination of Caesar acts as a turning point, rippling outward to engulf the city, and indeed the entirety of the Republic, in a tempest of uncertainty and strife. The fragile alliances that had once been the lifeblood of Roman politics now splinter, leading to a power vacuum beset by conflict that would only deepen the chasm between the patrician elite and supporters of popular governance. The ensuing turmoil finds expression in the rise of Octavian and Mark Antony, figures entwined in a complex narrative of ambition and redemption. As the sun reaches its zenith, their narratives unfold against a backdrop of shifting allegiances and the winds of war, reminiscent of the once vibrant tapestry of Roman life, now fraying at the edges. The Battle of Actium, a climactic moment in this unfolding drama, marks the end of an era, as the tides of destiny sweep towards the establishment of imperial Rome under Augustus. With an impressive stroke of political maneuvering, Augustus consolidates power, thereby altering the very governance of Rome itself. In this new chapter, the transition from republic to empire becomes manifest in the physical landscape, as grandiose structures and public buildings emerge from the ancient earth. The city, vibrant with public works, transport systems, and striking architecture, is transformed into a stage where the emperor becomes the nexus of loyalty, bridging the desires of the many with the might of singular authority. A quelling of political disarray creates space for arts and culture to flourish once more, giving rise to a reimagined Roman identity that echoes in the artistry of temples, theaters, and monuments designed to evoke awe and reverence. Yet even as the city thickens with an air of stability, an undercurrent of unease flows through the streets like a whispering wind, hinting at the fragility concealed beneath the surface of imperial prosperity. The urban sprawl, now teeming with activity and energy, belies struggles faced by the citizenry as the weight of taxation and social stratification become increasingly burdensome. While the grandeur of the empire stretches across vast territories, from Britain to the shores of Egypt, this expansion demands constant vigilance against the growing pressures of dissent and discontent. Within this mosaic of glory and turmoil, the voices of the lower classes often fade into whispers, their needs eclipsed by the soaring ambitions of a ruling elite. As the early light fades into the warmth of afternoon, the sounds of Rome evolve, a symphony of labor, trade, and daily existence waft through the streets, accentuated by the laughter of children and the call of vendors enticing passers-by. The rhythm of life carries on, yet pieces of history resonate, serving as reminders of where the city stands amid the ebb and flow of triumphs and tribulations. The legacy of the Republic continues to stir within the hearts of its people, woven into the social fabric as they navigate the complex web of identity that includes legacies of valor and conflict, as well as the longing for justice and equity that characterizes their collective spirit. Still, the passage of years brings inevitable challenges as external pressures begin to mount against the empire, unraveling the coherence that once defined Roman authority. The pivotal moment of the crisis of the 3rd century sees the empire fragment under relentless waves of invasions, civil unrest, and socio-economic instability, drawing attention back to the lessons of history. Such upheavals prompt reflection not only on leadership and military courage, but also on the very fabric of community cohesion, reaffirming the dynamic intrusion of change as a constant companion in the life of Rome. Through these centuries, citizens learn to adapt. Merely surviving becomes a testament to their resilience. The marketplace, still vibrant under the watchful gaze of the architectonic wonders, serves as a critical node for social interaction, carrying echoes of history that foster a sense of belonging even during tumultuous times. All the while, the enduring spirit of Roman culture continues to evolve, inspired by the ancient tales of heroism, friendship, and the belief in civic duty that once bolstered the foundations of the Republic. Even now, as the sun casts long shadows along the cobbled roads of time, one can sense the echoes of those who came before, their ambitions, misfortunes, and triumphs, adrift within the air. Those who navigate the ancient expanse can discover not merely a city of stone and marble, but a living testament to the complexities of human experience, where dreams and disillusionment intertwine, enriching the narrative of a civilization that remains eternal, reflecting the same thirst for progress and understanding that simmers within our own hearts today. In this tapestry woven through time, the somber weight of remembrance mingles with the aspirations for a brighter future, for Rome is more than the sum of its monuments. It is at its essence the story of humanity itself. As the arches of time cast their shadows over the remnants of ancient Rome, the enduring legacy of this remarkable civilization continues to resonate through the corridors of history, an echo that whispers softly to those who pause to listen. The ruins, standing resolute against the passage of time, are more than mere stones. They are witnesses to the great saga of human endeavor, ambition, and an unyielding thirst for progress that breathed life into what was once the heart of the world. Each column and crumbling wall tells a story, encapsulating not only the triumphs of its architects and citizens, but also the trials faced by those who called this magnificent city home. To walk through the remnants of the Forum, where senators once debated matters of state under the watchful gaze of marble figures, is to step upon a stage where history unfolds in quiet contemplation. The very ground imbued with the energy of voices long silenced transforms into a canvas of memory, where the visions of grand debates, passionate oratories, and the clang of law and order resonate in soft echo. It is in this space of collective Jewishness, the shared hopes and dreams, the losses and celebrations, that one can almost sense the heartbeat of the city that was once a thriving epicenter of all aspirations, a beacon of culture and governance that spanned an empire. Yet time is a relentless tide, eroding the outlines of the past even as it shapes the present. The waves of change sweep across the Roman landscape, reminding us of the fleeting nature of power and the way civilizations rise and fall, much like the morning sun that emerges only to slip into the grip of twilight. With its political fragility, social inequality, and the incessant churn of external threats, the city of Rome finds itself vacillating between moments of grandeur and the somber reality of decline. Each era leaves its indelible mark, a reminder of the ever-shifting nature of human endeavors, where attempts at permanence appear almost ironic against the backdrop of history's unyielding march. As we peer into the veil of time, it becomes evident that the Roman experience is steeped not only in the majesty of its conquests or the power of its emperors, but also in the silent stories of its everyday citizens who persevered amid uncertainty. The tales of street vendors plying their wares in bustling marketplaces, artisans tirelessly crafting their trades, and families gathering for meals become the quiet foundation upon which the Colossus of Rome was built. These seemingly small aspects of daily life represent the human spirit in its most resilient form, where bonds of community and shared existence flourish even in the shadow of imperial aspirations. Thus, it is from these layered experiences that the grandeur of Rome emerges, not merely as a political entity, but as a community bound by threads of connection, aspiration, hope, and shared identity. Throughout the ages, the influence of Rome can be seen as it flows through the fabric of Western civilization, leaving an imprint that echoes through realms of law, architecture, language, and governance. The echoes of Roman jurisprudence continue to shape modern legal frameworks, evoking principles of justice and equity that still resonate in courtrooms around the world. Likewise, the grandeur of Roman architecture, with its sweeping arches and domes, inspires the design of buildings that rise against modern skylines, speaking to humanity's enduring quest for beauty, in a reflection of both past and present aspirations. Even the linguistic legacy of Latin, woven into the vernacular of countless languages, further perpetuates Rome's narrative through generations, revealing a world linked by common threads of communication and cultural preservation. In this careful interweaving of lessons learned and legacies left behind, one must not overlook the solemn reflection on loss that permeates the annals of Roman history. The crises faced, both externally from invading forces and internally from political strife, serve as important reminders of the fragility of power and prosperity, an acknowledgement that what rises must also reckon with the inevitability of change. These poignant experiences harbor for us not just a cautionary tale of decline, but an invitation to reflect upon the resilience found in the arts of survival that often arise in the midst of chaos. It is in the face of adversity that communities unite, innovate, and seek new pathways towards healing, a testament to the enduring human spirit. And so, as we linger in the silent spaces among the ruins of this once bustling metropolis, one cannot help but feel a sense of connection to the countless souls who traversed these paths, each with their own stories, hopes, and trials. Their existence, woven into the very stones of the city, reminds us of the heritage that we share as denizens of a world still influenced by the legacies of ancient Rome. In moments of quiet reflection, one might even imagine those who celebrated victories and mourned losses gathered beneath those same arches, their laughter and tears mingling with the gentle caress of the winds that now sweep through the empty squares. As evening approaches, casting soft hues across the horizon and urging the day to yield to night's embrace, the silence left behind is laden with meanings that endure beyond the passing of time. The memories of a once great civilization linger with us, gentle reminders of our shared humanity, resilience, and the aspirations that pull us toward the future. In viewing the story of ancient Rome, we glimpse a world that is both familiar and distant, a reflection of our struggles and successes, our losses and longings. It invites us to ponder the interwoven stories of the past as we continue shaping the present and forging the paths of tomorrow. Thus, Rome exists not merely as an ancient relic enshrined in history, but as an ongoing conversation with time, a dialogue between who we were, who we are, and who we strive to become. In the early morning light that once bathed the city in promises now long unfulfilled, there remains an ember of hope that dances quietly amidst whispers of the past, inviting us to hold fast to the ideals once cherished, to remember those who will never be forgotten, and to carry forth the spirit of unity and resilience into the uncharted realms of the future.